Hi, I'm Ariel Hansen, and welcome to episode 2 of Your Creepiest Corner. Today we have...
Nicki DAmato.
Now, first things off, Nicki, can you tell us how you are involved in Vancouver's horror community?
Well, with my husband, we have a film company, which used to be Creepiest Films, which has now turned into Darkside Releasing, and we also run the Cinemafantastique film festival, genre film festival. Yeah.
So what kinds of things have you done with Creepiest and Darkside Releasing?
So with Creepiest, that started a very, very, very long time ago.
Oh, yes. So it sounds like quite the tale.
Yeah, so like 1998, I think. So that's when we started, when Vince and I met, and he brought me on to help him finish his first film. And which never got finished. And so it turned into a 30-second something. I don't know what it did. Okay, so Creepiest Films kind of morphed into Bravado Giallo, which was Giallo Films, and then after that it then became Darkside Releasing, and we're acting somewhat like a sales agent for genre films, and so we wanted to help other filmmakers and get their films out there as well.
So you mentioned that you came on to help with that first film. So what areas of film did you start out in?
Well, he asked me to help him with films because I'm very organized.
So were you like a producer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So basically, so I came on to the first one. I had to break the news to him that he was not going to be able to finish his first film because he had hired all of his friends and he was working with other people's schedules. So for first-time filmmakers, it doesn't really work. So I guess on set, production manager, line producer, AD, kind of the boss of everything.
Anything
Vince
you need
in line.
to be...
Yes, exactly. Anything that needed to be done. So I also got to work on the some of the special effects. So a lot of the blood work and stuff at the beginning. We had wonderful makeup artist, Tanya Howard, who is great. So she came on to do Carmilla, and then she did that, so I got to work with her, but I was I would be at home making blood in my kitchen and stuff like that, and stuff like that. So it was lots of fun. I like that part of it.
And who was someone that you were really excited that you got to work with on one of your films?
Probably Brink Stevens.
Yeah?
Yeah, so that was a very, very cool experience for first-time filmmakers. We had actually gone to, it was the Victoria Comic-Con, and it was the very first Victoria Comic-Con. I don't know if they still have it, but it was years and years ago. And we had been, Vince had gone to Cannes and had been part of the whole trauma craziness that used to happen at Cannes that unfortunately no longer happens, and so we had been able to represent trauma at the Comic-Con. So we we had a trauma booth and everything like that, and so we were there, and Tom Savini was there, and you might need to edit this out, but he really liked my sister, so he was hitting on my sister. So there was lots of cool people there, and Tom Savini was there, and we met him, so we hung out with him for a little bit, and then Brink Stevens was there, and we had just gone around to her table, and we were talking to her and visiting with her and stuff like that, and she was a very, very nice lady, and we said, hey, we've got this feature film, would you consider being in it? And we thought she was going to say no, and she said, just send me the scripts. And we were like, okay. And then she wrote us back 2 weeks later. Because I think that was the beginning of email. and she said, sure, I'd love to come up and do it. So
cool.
So she was very, very nice. And then Heads Are Gonna Roll actually turned out being her 100th film. So she is a pretty, she's been around in the industry for a long time. I believe she still is working, and if she's just a very, very, very nice person, and she's so professional, and she knows her craft so well, and so she's a great lady. Yeah.
Cool. So. Now, you also mentioned that you guys run a festival.
Yes.
So, what can you tell me about that festival?
So it is a genre film festival, and it started, I think, about 4 years ago. We started in the UK. It started out in the
Okay.
UK first because we were over in the UK, and it started out as the Shivers Film Society was originally what it was, and then when we came back to Vancouver, we were doing. I think this is our 4th year.
Yeah.
And so it's just genre films. There's shorts, features.
So, is there any advice you would give to filmmakers who are submitting to festivals?
Yes, if it's a short film, you're just keeping in mind submitting to festivals and which festivals that you want to submit to is. If the festival is a festival that runs for maybe more than a day, then a 20-minute film is possibly, you have an okay chance of getting in.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's usually 10 to 11 minutes is probably, I would think for our festival right now, for short, that is kind of like the kind of time. And I feel really badly because there's so many, this year actually I noticed that there was way more films that were in the more of the 20 minute, 25, 27 minute, and they're hard to program. And so then, but they're good, but they're just hard to program. So keeping that in mind, if you're wanting to get, instead of making it a little bit longer, use that production value to put it into the 10-minute to get your story across, and then you will most likely get into more festivals and more people will see your work.
Now, I do believe we're coming up on the next round of your festival. What day would that be?
So it'll be August 25th, and it's going to be once again at the Van City Theatre on Seymour Street, Seymour and Davie in Vancouver. And so it'll be, I think we're starting at 11:30, 11:45. It is an all-day thing, so there's going to be blocks of short films. There will be 3 feature films, and there will be Q&As with filmmakers. Bad Cookie will be there. Bad Cookie will be there. The whole gang will be there. And so we'll be talking to you guys, and I'm very excited about that. There will be vendors there as well. So Netherworld will be there selling his wares. Shivers Entertainment, he sells VHS, old VHS horror, so you can get that there. And Cranium of Curiosities, they do very cool...
Taxidermy?
Yes, thank you. They do taxidermy and different and jewelry and everything, and it's really, really cool stuff.
So, is there anything else that you'd like to plug while you've got the time?
We have the Canadian release, and I believe a few other countries, but not the United States. But we have the Canadian release of Amazon Hotbox. So we're very excited about that. And hopefully we will be doing a theatrical premiere of that. And,
cool.
So that is hopefully coming up in the future. So,
all right. Well, I think that wraps everything up. So thank you very much for coming and being on this and letting us interview you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you.